Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Epic Thunder here, and I'm bringing you my first tips and tricks video for zombies for you all today. Now, these are 5 tips for noobs. Now, keep in mind that this video is the fundamental steps to becoming a good zombies player. These first 5 tips that I'm showing you guys are all for noobs. If you're already an experienced player, and you can get to round 30 solo without any problem, this video is not meant for you. You already know the stuff that I'm going to tell you. This is meant for people who maybe this is their first Call of Duty or just their first time playing zombies, and they just keep going down on early rounds for stupid reasons, and they're trying to keep up with their friends, but they keep slowing them down. This is meant for people who aren't as experienced with the game yet. So, and keep in mind that all these tips are about equally important with each other, and they're actually not in really any particular order of importance. So let's just go ahead and get stuff started off here. Now, rule number 1. Watch your back. Okay, this may seem really obvious, but I see a lot of new players making this mistake where they're just like, oh, I'll just sit here and look at my window like everyone's telling me to do, and then, oh my gosh, someone didn't watch their window and I'm surrounded and I get down. No, I went down, I failed the team, stuff like that. A lot of people make the mistake of not watching their back enough. Like right there, I could have been saved if I had turned around maybe 1 second sooner. So keep in mind that watching your back is a very important thing to do, not just whenever you're at a window, but really at all times, because you will get down by a zombie who's just behind you at any time. So keep that in mind. That was rule numero uno. Rule number 2 is more not so much for surviving the first couple of rounds, but about gaining points over those first couple of rounds. And this is basically about building points, and this is called lining them up. Lining them up. Rule number 2, line them up. And the reason that we want to line them up is because whenever you shoot a zombie, the bullets will actually penetrate through them and hit the zombies behind them. And I think the starting pistol can hit up to 3 zombies with the same bullet. I mean, look at the points right here. Look at my points. They're just building up really quickly right there, just because I'm shooting into a group of them and not just one at a time. And so keep in mind that it is a much better and more efficient way to build points by shooting them as a group instead of whenever they're all alone and, oh my god, ghost on the floor. That was rule number 2. Rule number 3 is listen for drops. Now, listen to the sound that this drop is going to make. You hear how it has like this ringing sound? Every drop will play that sound whenever it comes on the map. And you really need to listen for this stuff because it can really help you out. Like, maybe you slaughtered a whole bunch of zombies or threw a nade, and then suddenly there's a max ammo floating on the ground. You don't want to miss it. So just listen for drops. Really simple stuff. Alright. Rule number 4 isn't so much more like a tip as much as just me telling you how the game works and teaching you how to abuse that for your own personal needs. And this rule is lead them where to go. And the reason that I'm saying this is because zombies will always take the most direct path of least resistance to the player. So watch the zombie. Every time I go somewhere, the zombie will walk a straight line towards me. Every time. And you can easily use this and run right around the guy. So just keep that in mind that maybe, you have to go buy a perk, or you're just, having to watch a zombie while your friend is hitting the box or something, and then you can just, abuse this and just have the zombie follow you around and you'll be just completely fine. Now this doesn't work, it does work, but it not only with one zombie, but this is actually how you do stuff called rape training. I'm sure you've all seen it before. It's where you get a whole bunch of zombies, you run in a circle, and the zombies will just keep following you around in that big circle. That's because they're taking the path of least resistance to you. And you can abuse that really easily and just have them all run in a big circle around you. And it's not too hard as long as you know what you're doing. Just practice if you really want to learn how to do it. It's really not that hard. Just lead them where you want them to go, and then go wherever it is you want to go with it, or build points off of them, whatever. Very important stuff to learn. Now, the final tip, and probably if I was to choose a rule that was the most important, it's this one. It's knowing your routes. Knowing that, okay, if I am trapped in this area, where can I go to get out of it? Like right here, I gotta reload. There's zombies all around me. So I open this door, and suddenly I am just fine. If I was there for a couple seconds more, I might have been in big trouble. But I knew that there was this way to get out of here and be safe. And that potentially just saved my life. So keeping in mind that you have all these other ways that you can go to save yourself is very, very important. Alright? So like right here, if I wanted to get to the back, that backyard there, I could go through that door. I can't really go through that little hole in the wall, it's not climbable, but I could go through that door, or I could go through this door up the stairs or whatever, and that would lead me to the backyard in case I got overran in this area. But this isn't, just for like if you're in the nick of, you're being chased or whatever. You can also use this for trying to find your way to get from one side of the map to the other. Like here on Nuketown, there's this door, then there's also this door, and then there's the door up the stairs. And all of these doors, once you go through them, well, technically this is a couch, but all these doors will lead you to the backyard. And like maybe there's a perk back there, or there's just a box or whatever. You can get out there through any of those ways, and it's very important to learn that there are all these different ways to get from point A to point B, and then use that to your own advantage. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm hoping that maybe you learned something. If you were a pro, you probably didn't learn anything new, but I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. There's a lot of work making this, so please leave this comment some love, give it a like rating, favorite, all that kind of stuff, but also leave comments down below with suggestions for future tips or something like that. Like if you have something that maybe someone else doesn't know, then go ahead and leave it in the comment section and be like, hey, maybe you can use this in your next video. So go ahead, drop any ideas in the comment section down below if you have any. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and as you can see on screen is a link to another video where I'm actually playing solo on the bus depot survival game type. I just go and do a live comm on it. It's kind of a good video, so go check it out, share it some love. Hope you enjoyed. Epic Thunder rolling out.